H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is? It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Chop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Haver, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And guess what the day is? What's the day? The day Tuesday. A lot of stuff. I got a meeting. Look, I got to cut it off at 2 because I got somewhere to be at 2. Got a meeting today. So got to cut it off. So let's go and get it in. But what else we got? Shout out to the starting five. Let me shout them out. Let me see who the starting five today. D. Holcomb, Jeremy Davis, Gregory Morris, Franklin Paul, Thaddeus Moody, and Jake Reese. Where you been, Jake? Jake Reese is in the building as the sixth man today. But I see you out there, Sonya. Sonya, I got you. I got you, Sonya. I know you was having. Oh, there go that Miss Mindy. Oh, Lord, I know I'm going to be in trouble today. Hey, Mate. What's going on? Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Timer. Mr. Timer Stewart. What's up, Doc? How you doing? Mr. Timer Stewart. I ain't seen that name before. What's going on, man? Hey, Brandy. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check and see over here on my y'all. I've been doing a little stuff. I've been doing a little work earlier. But let me see who are my people that are on let me see. Hold on. Greg Marr. I see you. Okay. I just want to look on my device. Oh yeah, Mindy, yeah, you know I love you. Come on. Your whole family. Tell Cam I came over there. I was there for a long time. I didn't see him on Sunday. So I was looking for him though. But hey y'all, what a retirement party last night. Hold off on that Serena send-off, man, for the U.S. Open. I know y'all was planning on to get a head toe off, yeah. I know some of y'all. You know, people like Jimmy, they be hating on him. I know Serena is the GOAT, though, y'all, and deserve nothing less than this. But watching a beautiful black woman get her flowers while she can still smell them is so beautiful to me. We love you, Serena. Like they put in the like they put it, in the crowd last night. Man, that was an amazing send-off. People were I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more. I want to share some stuff with y'all about that. Then I saw where LeBron James is back on the cover, y'all, and I got to put this up here. Let me see. Did I? No, I didn't, Robert. So I'm gonna have to fit it on here. But LeBron James, it's kind of important. Him and his babies. Hold up, I got it somewhere. I got it. See these glasses on. I got to fit it to the screen though. Oh, it's not that bad. 20 years of him being on the Sports Illustrated cover, not him and his sons on the cover, the chosen one, and now the chosen sons. Shout out to him. I think I about to put it. Yeah, there it is. Chosen sons. You can see it a little bit better. Shout out to him. What's up, Jacoby? I think that's amazing. I remember he was. I think he was not Bryce age, Bronny's age. And he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated magazine, and guy built a legacy, and now his two sons are on that magazine. Man, I got to give him an applause. So Chris, y'all please tell Chris Walker. I really like and love LeBron James, everything about him, but sometimes them fans just annoying to me, just like the Cowboy fans. And but y'all saw something the other day that kind of hit close to home. I just want to share with y'all. Maybe y'all don't know that, but Fox Sports, I don't deal with them as much, but some of my clients do, acquired the rights to a documentary called The Perfect 10 that's going to premiere. They're premiering around the time of the Super Bowl. And the film is going to showcase the only 10 men who have won a Heisman Trophy and been enshrined in the Hall of Fame, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Share the show right now. This is unbelievable. Think about it. Ain't but 10 men ever in the history. 10 men. And I want to share with y'all those 10 men. I think I queued it up. Share the show. What are we doing? Share the show. This gonna be good today. Gonna talk about the little June bugs today. We're gonna talk about you better tell all your people. We're gonna talk about the ruck on the wood in a minute. But there's some stuff you can't get. You can't get locally. You got to know what you're doing to get there. But check this out.
This is an amazing feat, man. First time we've ever been in a room together. Special to get here, man, and tell our stories. Tell our stories. Tell our stories. Tell our stories. Tell our stories.
You think you can play forever? You don't get like warning necessarily when it's over.
You want to walk away feeling good about yourself, so you shouldn't cheat yourself. Don't take this moment for granted.
I couldn't understand it. Like, why don't I have a bunch of teams calling my agent to bring me in? I was hurt. I was tore up about that, man. So I think that was probably the lowest point.
Came out of the Navy, and after 4 years, all of a sudden I was a nervous wreck. I had a good game, and if I didn't, I would have been gone. Coach Landry would have got another quarterback.
When I had a taste of that good life, I just wanted it all. I had a taste of that success, and I wanted it.
When you brought up in this neighborhood and the projects, you got to work for what you get. Nothing's gonna become free.
Having the opportunity to take care of my mom and dad, to buy them a home, when I seen the smiles on my mom and the tears.
I had to stop there. We might have somebody on here that have, but anybody how does that feel? To be able to buy your mom a home. I bought my mom a car, but a whole house? Unbelievable. These 10 men, I'm gonna play some more of it later. I stopped there when Tony Dorsett said that. One of those guys on there happened to be a guy that I met and 17 or 18 years old when he was your kid's age. And I'm gonna show you why certain things, man, how important this show is. I'm telling you, I'm just thinking about this right now. Because this stuff is wait a minute, hold up. I'm just trying to find something. Hold up. No, I got it. Come on, y'all. Where's it? It's not. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm trying to find some, y'all, for you. I have to get it. I have to get it and play it. But this same guy, Charles Woodson, one of those guys on there, ain't but 10 of them in the world, had a commercial. Did a commercial just for the Chop Shop. Send me, tell Pat Burton I said, what's up? That's my man. Think about it, y'all. I wish I could find it. I thought I had it in my system, but evidently it's not in there. I couldn't find it, but I had to put it in there. Let me see. It's not. I'm trying to find it. It would be so great for this moment. That's right. This is the new computer. That's right. This new. But it's just unique. Just 10 men to ever live won a Heisman Trophy and going in Hall of Fame, y'all. That's unbelievable. I know it ain't your son, and I know it ain't probably don't mean that, but it meant a lot. It mean a lot to me that a young guy that worked that hard and did his thing to be put in a position like that. I'm so proud of him. Shout out to you, Charles. I hope you're watching. I can't wait to talk to you after the show. But yes, we got some situations here, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to handle it. Share the show because I want to share something with y'all. I'm glad you're here, Jacoby. Thank you, Jacoby. George, seeing you the other day too at the Ruck on the Woods. I saw Karima. Hey, Karima, got something for you. Hey, Mr. Timer Stewart, you're on a cruise with my man Daryl Daryl Anderson and Miss Tony. You in great company. Trying to see where I want to go. Y'all know. Let's go back to Serena. You know, let's go back. Let's go back. Y'all see I got her behind me. Let me look at some things. How I want to handle this, Serena. Did I put Serena? Let me. Trying to see where I want to go. I talked about the outfit. I want to talk about the outfit. I learned some things about the outfit that were, you know, it was a story. What's up, Kirk Dorsey? And let me tell you something. I watched the whole tournament. I taped it and I watched it. Do you know we got some sick guys? Man, I ain't gonna even tell y'all who they are. But some guys wow. First one guy called me, man, could you hook me up with Gayle King? Serious. How do you know everybody? Man, that woman on there announcing the show, she ain't thinking about you. Then, you know, I turned it off a little bit. Then he called me back to my Serena's on a bicycle. Man, you got to turn it back on. I said, man, y'all are crazy. She said her and her daughter had matching outfits as well. But it's some thought, Greg. Greg Morris, I'm telling you, I got some friends. Let's pray for him, Greg. But share the show. But let me he said she was popping though. Okay, all right, okay. But Serena, she hit the court last night at the USA Open, possibly for the last time for this Open after announcing her retirement in Vogue September magazine. We talked about it on this show. The tennis legend, they say, is getting geared up for what could be her final appearance at the Queen's Base tournament. If you ever go to New York, you got to go over there in Flushing Meadows. It's like going to LaGuardia Airport. You get off at that exit, it'll take you Flushing Meadows exit and take you there. Unbelievable place to go watch a tennis tournament. But the outfit is not just any show-stopping on-court outfit, though. She done had plenty of those. It was full of meaning. That outfit she had was full of meaning, and it stands as they said, sartorial tribute to an extraordinary legacy she leaves behind. And to play in her first match, she wore a black. I hope you saw it. I think I got some. I'm gonna show something to you in a minute. A black sheared paneled Nike dress, covered in sparkles. People reports the glittering look boasts a 6-layer skirt. She even mentioned it to honor her previous 6 U.S. Open titles, but that's too much to be planned. But she took a lot of it off, and it's you know, the shoes she had on were also glamorous. I got pics of those somewhere. The designer chose the Nike Court Flare 2 shoes, boasting 400 hand-set diamonds. Her initial was inscribed in it. Let me see, can I get it for y'all up there? Let me explain to y'all a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Sonya, you're right. She had to take them layers off. Let me show y'all some of the stuff. Where them sneakers at? Just in case you didn't see them. Just in case you didn't see them. There they go. You know, her trainers, you know, like I said, those are the shoes that it took time out. Her initials inscribed into the medial side, and an embellished swoosh. The crystal studded outfit she had on, which Williams co-designed, is a nod to the tradition worn by figure skaters. She was talking about inspired by the graceful and competition dresses they wore as figure skaters. She's always trying to empower women. And the embellished bodice, the top of and the skirt placed Serena in a spotlight and allowed her freedom of movement, Nike said, because I think Nike helped, and her daughter had some on similar. So that's what I know, because some of those outfits just look a little bit outrageous, but she be getting it in, man. I mean, I was just so proud of her last night. I ain't gonna lie. Sonya said she had a tear. I mean, I was kind of thinking about her like, dang, she ain't gonna do this no more. You know, she's not gonna do this no more. Celebrities flocked to the stadium. Mike Tyson was there. Gail King, Billie Jean King came and gave a fitting tribute to her. Hey man, and then somebody had this crazy nerve to ask me a question. Let me take it off. And y'all see how I protect them. I be wanting to tell it on these folks because y'all know them. But call me and said, man, why they ain't talking about the daddy? The daddy's sick. He ain't there. He's not at the match. I said, what you mean they ain't talking about the daddy? They just made a whole damn movie about the daddy. You know what I'm saying? So what do you mean? You know, people, I mean, he just ain't there at that moment. And then the same guy come tell me, well, she got a white husband. So what? She had some blacks. She had a black. I know one of my clients she dated, LeVar Arrington. Go back and Google. She dated him before. So, she found somebody that she liked or she loved, right? And wanted to have babies by. So guess what? Because everybody don't find people that care about them. So I shout out to this lady, man. Let me tell you something. I don't, I don't like to go there, and I didn't like that. I really didn't like that. Bill Clinton was there. What's the guy? Dr. Ruth was there. Yeah, she dated Common too, I think. Yes. Yeah, Lindsey Vonn was there. Hugh Jackman. Anna Whitnor. I met her at the Met Gala one time. She a fashion guru. Let's see. I mean, it was just a great event that I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I watched her. I know it ain't Women Rock Wednesday. Oh, Keyshawn was there. I didn't know. Kirk, I did not know that. Thank you, Kirk. So let her be great. You know, I know we hate to let us be great, but but like yesterday, and I need y'all help on this one. Y'all comment. I'm watching for your comments. Because I didn't gloss over, but I talked a little bit about the incident that happened with Rachel Richardson yesterday with Duke. Yes. Duke volleyball team. And I didn't want to do this today. And I didn't want to I did it yesterday like a drive-by. You remember? And I didn't want to do that. Here's what's going to happen. It was awful. And I don't want the war is us. It was awful. The racism and the white power and the privilege, all that tragedy. I understand that. All that's true. But we got some digging to do when we do stuff like this, okay? And I got some stuff I want to share with y'all, Kirk Dorsey. Because a lot of us are sending our kids off to these colleges, okay? A lot of us. Got a scholarship, man, I'm gone. Got a scholarship, I'm gone, right? Duke volleyball team, I think, has 4 black players. I'm not sure, but one of them is a starter. But the circumstances that they found themselves in while they were playing against Brigham Young University, I want to talk about it from 2 different angles. I want us to. Oh, what's that on? I want to talk about it from 2 different angles because we're sending our kids off to these colleges that's predominantly white. And I think we should be prepared or have them prepared. Okay? I want to have one conversation about the responsibility that institutions play when it comes to making an assessment about what has happened what happens when there is a racial incident. Okay? All right? Many of us are sending our babies, our young people off to these colleges, these schools, and out into the world. And there is a sense of duty and obligation that institution has to protect black children. Well, I know y'all protect all children. I know I'm here, but Robin, protect all children. All children matter. This is true. Absolutely. But because black children are subject to bomb threats on the HBCUs, okay? Because black children, okay, held out, okay, and educated in such a way, they are drivers of the school to prison pipeline, okay? That's why I'm talking about black children. Black children in particular need a type of protection that our institutions owe them. And they got to have the responsibility that they owe this to our babies, y'all. That's the first conversation. All right? Thank you, Greg. Greg said, I stated yesterday, Duke coach should have taken his team off the court. Absolutely. Okay? I hope y'all got that one. Hope y'all got that one. When people go to talk about, but why is it that our kids need protecting because of this stuff right here? The second conversation is the duty we owe each other. See, y'all, I know a lot of people ain't gonna want to hit us. Share this show, please. Did I already share it? The second, what is us gonna do? What we gonna do? What us gonna do? When the institutions fail, and they fail our families and our children, number one, let's make sure it doesn't happen again. Talking to us, all y'all. And number two, let's repair the harm that was caused. It's up to us. And number three, get out of the rut of believing that these are the only options that you have. Thaddeus Moody said, AD should immediately address the crowd and move. I know. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I talked to a sociologist yesterday, and he talked me off a ledge because I was about to go crazy. That last part I just said was really important. Let's get out of the rut of believing that these are the only options that we have. Going to these schools are the only options that we have. Let's get out of the rut. I remember I was reading about the Round Rock Black Parents Association. Google them. Basically decided up there in Round Rock outside of Austin, in that predominantly white neighborhood, they decided that you ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna run over our kids. That's what they did in Round Rock. Remember I said, what us gonna do? People in Round Rock. And the dude named Craig Maneri, I think he one of the parents, he said, he said, we frequently are willing to give up our power because of expediency. He said, because expediency is easier to give up power to a system than to build a system of our own. And he said about, it's nothing to do with racism. It's about anti-blackness. It's racism and anti-blackness. But when I was talking to the sociologist, he said that, he asked me, hey, Herb, I almost went ballistic, but I listened. He said, what else could the university have done? Thad Moody, that's for y'all. Thad and Greg. He said, not much in the current culture of universities is an organizational response. He said, it's not much into it. He said, they are inadequate. Universities, they are inadequate. Let's just walk through what they did, okay? This is how he walked me through. He said, Robert, this is what they did. He said, they kicked the guy out. The AD met with Rachel Richardson. He said that the University BYU, they issued a formal statement that did mention racism and prejudice. And the AD talked at the next game and said it was as inadequate as it was. And he took the time to do it. This is what the sociologist telling me. He said, man, he said he was surprised that we got that out of BYU. I said, what? He said, Robert Hatter, the university is 81% white. Mr. Hatter, it is 0.4% black. Let me give me some juice. Y'all follow me here. I know y'all, I've been got this information for you. Provo, Utah. I even joked with y'all and told y'all the truth about when Michael Jordan hit that shot on Utah. I was in the airport. I think y'all think I was playing. I was the only black person in the entire airport. I went to try to get, I was going to go get me something to eat. Guess what I did? I stayed right by my gate until I didn't venture. Man, the people cleaning up wasn't black. It's Utah. And I love to go there and ski now. Go to Park City. I like to go there and ski. That's the first place I learned how to ski. But check this out. I got you. Black people, why are you there? They have told you and shown you for centuries they don't want you there. Unless you are running and dribbling a ball. Get out! In the words of Jordan, what is his name? Jordan Peele. Doug Smith, what's up, man? Boy, that boy Doug Smith, boy, Dougie, I like that, Dougie. I know, Dougie, you're right. Into 72. They still do it, but boy, it ain't. Before that, they had free reign. But check this out. And that is what we saw with Rachel Richardson. Of course, she had to go there and play the game with her team. Y'all remember Jimmy told y'all the story is not so far past that we couldn't use the restrooms in certain places. They had to change. You had to come to the game with your stuff on. You can't go in the shower. I remember our bus used to get bricked. After we didn't bust somebody by 1,000. We get on the bus. Our bus get bricked. Rocks and everything thrown us. Listen to me. And y'all hear me. These environments have not changed. They still do not want us there. We have to do differently when we're talking to black people about this stuff. What's up, Darabon? There's a responsibility that we owe each other. We have built our kids a community. We have, when our kids go to these colleges, we have to build our kids a community on these campuses. We got to find the black professor. We got to find that. We got to be intentional about getting them and telling him, you go hook up with these people. Y'all hear me? When you're sending your kids off somewhere to these universities, make sure we have somebody we know on these campuses. We have to form a cocoon around our kids to allow them to bloom into the butterflies that they can be. We have not prepared our kids to go into the lion's den. We have not prepared the current generation for these incidents. I told you my son got his Negro wake-up call up there. We have told them that these things are in the past and that people are colorblind. And they colorblind. They're not. They're not. I know you have, Doug. Doug, we got to talk about this stuff. Doug, I ain't worried about them. We know we got to prepare our kids, Doug. Because we know they gonna do them. So guess what? We got to do us. Brigham Young University, I don't even want to get into it. Go look it up. Has shown us who they are. I'm surprised we got that much out of them, Doug. We're tapping into a history here of not just racial and racist incidents taking place, but institutional inability to effectively meet the moment. The AD was trying to protect his institution. Who was that mentioned the AD? That's his job from the legal ramifications. Our hate crimes, ladies and gentlemen, because we won't vote, are woefully inadequate. They need to be strengthened. What do you think when you send your kids off to these schools? Tell me. What do you think? I can tell you something, Sonya, without a doubt, that 0.4% of the student population being black, there's no way I'm letting my kids go there. Boy, love you, Aaron Fox. You sure know what to say, baby. Did y'all hear what I said? Provo, Utah. Not 4%. I said 0.4%. But guess what? But I'm a big proponent of going to where the money is. I understand that. If you get a scholarship, I understand. I saw them little kids. I'm going to play some of the stuff from them little kids. Matter of fact, let me see if I got it. Let me see. Please, let me. Y'all, this stuff is important. Yeah, watch this.
Rachel, what's your favorite thing about BYU?
I go to school here for free. BYU pays me.
Jesse, what's your favorite thing about BYU?
Graduation ceremonies.
Nix, what's your favorite thing about BYU?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about BYU?
I love them too.
Cynthia, what's your favorite thing about BYU?
No comment.
What's your favorite thing about BYU?
My favorite thing? My favorite thing is you guys.
People of color.
Understand, y'all. You have to go to these schools. I'm a big proponent of going where the money is. Because if you don't have, so you don't have to pay for your undergraduate degree, you're in a much better situation when you come out of college. You don't have all the student loan debt. But I want to share something with y'all. Okay? It's just my method. Okay? When your kids are applying to schools, talking about the athletes, I'm talking about, y'all got to understand, we got more people on here than athletes. Okay? They watch this show. Apply to 10 schools. Okay? I call it the 3-4-3 method. Apply to 2 schools that you'll just run, and go. If they say yes, you gone like a turkey through the cone. Hard to get in, but you gone. Probably 3 of those, right? So if your kid get in one of these schools, you like, hey, I'm gone. I'm stopping everything I'm doing. I'm gone. We're gone right now. And then apply to 4 schools that make sense because of what your child wants in the area. If it's urban, if it's suburban, if it's large, if it's small, it meets your needs. And then apply to 3 schools that she should or he should get into. You got to give yourself options. Okay? Oftentimes, we only apply to state schools without realizing that there are a lot of private schools and smaller schools, y'all, that actually offer better financial packages because they're private and they have donors who can give them money. Listen to me. None of these universities are safe for students that look like me and you. Did you hear that? These are brave spaces that our kids are walking to because they got to be brave. Sometimes being the first, if they are majoring in engineering or nursing or computer science, they're still being put into an environment that is toxic. We have to prepare them to be brave instead of being safe. The only place I feel safe is at home or on my sister's couch. It's the only 2 places I feel safe. But like Kevin Freeman, like Denzel Washington said in The Great Debaters, we have to help our children find and take back their righteous minds, to have the mental aptitude to deal with racism on a regular basis. We got to get microaggressions. They have to deal with police officers following them, deal with teachers thinking they're not smart enough. But we got to put them around people that have already been there. This is a new, y'all see our kids in this new generation, they just think everything is cool. They blind to all of this stuff that's happening. I told you, my son, he go up there and go to Cornell, and then he got his little friends in New York, and one day, I'll never forget it. One day, stop it, Herb. One day, Fox, I hope you're here. One day, they have a party. They have a party, but the restaurant they was gonna have it had a COVID outbreak, so they couldn't have. One of their friends owned the restaurant, so they said, "Well, we ain't got no place to have a party because every place you couldn't go in New York, at that time, right?" So he went over, and I told this story before, but some people haven't heard it. He went over to so one of the dudes that been hanging with him, one of they dudes, he thought. He said, "Man, it's my birthday and it's Phil's birthday." Phil is the black brother. I shouldn't call Phil's name, but I would call his name. He from Harvard. That's one of my son's best friends. He from Harvard. Played football at Harvard. So it's Phil's birthday. He's the brother. And the other guy was white. His birthday. So the white guy said, "Man, let's have it in my spot." He a DJ. He got the little, he got the little, what you call it? The little DJ stand and all that, the little scratching, whatever that thing is. So they up there kicking at the party. So it's some of Phil's friends came, football players from Harvard. About 3, 4 black dudes walked in at the same time, right? So, you kind of so I don't know what happened. But all of a sudden, Robert's best friend said, "Man, I'm finna go for I whoop somebody's." Robert said, "What's going on? You didn't hear that?" Robert said, "No, I ain't heard nothing. I was talking to somebody." He said, He said, you know what? And then he told him what he said. The dude who owned the place, the dude, they friend, the DJ, he got on the mic when them guys walked in and said, if you ain't white, you got to get the F out. Robert didn't hear it. But then when he found out, he said he waited a minute. Before he left, he was wanting to see who the white folks that stayed in there. They're supposed to be his. He wanted to see. He wanted to see who the one. He said most of everybody walked out. But he wanted to see who was left, and they disassociated themselves with this guy. But he got his Negro wake-up call. See, y'all, we got to prepare them. And he called and told me about it, you know, and I always teach my concern to love everybody, but be wary of everybody. I knew where he was going. I knew where he was, the environment he was in up there. I prayed for him every day. He's still in that environment. But we got to put we got to put people around these kids, man. We got to. Because they need protection. We got to put a cocoon around them so they can blossom to this beautiful butterfly. But we got to protect them, man. I had to share that with y'all. I guess I ain't text Jimmy yet. I guess he'll be on shortly. You know how you do. But I got some this morning. That man, just show you how crazy it is. Trey Phillips, thank you for the information you sent me this morning. You sent me a couple of topics. A topic that I just talked about yesterday, right? Topic I just talked about yesterday. Young guy, what is his name? Brian Robinson. The Washington Commanders running back got robbed. And then Trey Phillips sent me this morning. And I'm going to read the headline. Violent street gang broke into Atlanta homes of celebrities, athletes, and influencers, the prosecutor says. Hey, Joe! Singer Mariah Carey, Marlo Hampton of the Real Housewives of Atlanta United bass player Brad Guzman, and the Atlanta Falcons, Calvin Ridley. This the same Calvin Ridley who's losing $11 million for gambling on the NFL. He can't play in the NFL. They breaking in his house. All they had their homes broken into. Prosecutor on Monday announced a sprawling indictment of targeting members of what she said is a violent street gang that has been targeting the Atlanta area homes of famous athletes, entertainers, and others. Listen to me. Who flaunt expensive possessions on social media. Yeah, that DA ain't playing. Like I just told you the names of those people. 220 count indictment was filed August the 22nd. It charged 26 people, most of whom are accused of violating Georgia's anti-gang and racketeering laws. That's what we're coming to. They call it a drug-rich gang. Tell your kids, don't be putting their jewelry. James Harden and Lil Baby, y'all be careful out there. You just put that man gave you $500,000, $250,000 in a bag. I know James got security, so I think Lil Baby has too. But we got to be careful out here, man. These guys are watching social media. Have y'all noticed? I used to wear a lot of my watches on the show, but when I found out people were noticing them, I stopped wearing them. I only wear this one. Might wear one or two others. I didn't realize people, when I do this, I just always do this. I didn't realize people were watching. A friend of mine said, man, no, don't do that, player. It's tough out here. It's hard out here, y'all. So let me text Jimmy right quick and see what time he coming on. Because I got, I can go on and on, but that's, tell your young people, man. And I know they want to, I know they done worked hard and they love they done worked hard and bought them some jewelry. But I'm scared. I mean, what, fancy cars, you're flaunting them. There's people out there, Kirk Dorsey's people out there just, they want your stuff, man. People lazy, man. They said, I'd rather go take Kirk's stuff. I ain't trying. I want Kirk. I want what Kirk got. Yeah, I did. I shout out to LeBron, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What Mindy? Is Mindy still there? Aaron Judge did something yesterday. Mindy. Before Jimmy get here, Aaron Judge, for the New York Yankees, had multiple 50 home run seasons. Only Aaron Judge, Mickey Mantle, and Babe Ruth are the only members, the Yankee players with multiple 50 home run seasons. How many Astros had? No, I'm playing. I'm playing, man. Don't get mad. She's going to get mad at me. She's going to get mad at me, man. Man, I can talk it, man. I don't have to like it and talk about it. It's a lot of stuff you talk about it you probably don't like. But, and then, hold up, y'all. Check this out. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Trey Phillips sent me this. Trey Phillips, let me tell you something. Trey Phillips, thank you for this. But I got another dude. He be sending me some doom and gloom. I don't never talk about his stuff on the show. But what's up? Yeah, that DA in Atlanta, by the way, she ain't playing. She's a sister. She ain't playing no games with these folks down here messing with her people. But this happened in and I know why Trey Phillips sent it to me. It happens in my city of Memphis. Okay? Let me show you. Let me show y'all what happened in Memphis. Hold up. Let me show y'all what happened in Memphis. Okay? And y'all might have some comment on this, especially if you live in Atlanta. If I got some Atlanta people in here, that's like you don't put on social media, you're going out of town. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Never, ever. But sometimes if you're rich and famous, angels, if they know you at James Harden's party, they know you ain't here. That's why you need to live in the gated community. Yes. Hey, y'all check this out. Trey Phillips, you're making me mad, but I love you for it, but you're making me mad. Nice cigar I saw you had last night too, watching Serena. But here is the heading, the heading of the article. Police officer and Houston high school principal. Excuse me, I'm sorry, not Houston. Police officer and high school principal accused Memphis restaurant of racial profile. It's important, y'all. Okay? Show you why. Said humiliated, shocked, and denied all emotions a police officer said he felt when he and his family were asked to leave a Memphis restaurant over the weekend because his party allegedly smelled like marijuana. A principal, a police officer. He said, Marcus Mosby, that's the guy, he said his family were racially profiled by the manager at the restaurant, Houston restaurant, on Poplar Avenue. Let me tell y'all something. When I get off the plane, that's usually be one of the 2-3 stops I make first. I go to that Houston. I'm never going again. Okay? Never going again. I knew all the bartenders. When I walk in there, I knew the security and everything. Never, ever going again. And guess what? The Houston's here. If I find out it's affiliated or, hold up, if it's owned by the same person, I'm never going to go back there again. I go there too much. Spend a lot of money in Houston. So, but this kind of pissed me off. This is one of my favorite stops. Then the manager, she said, there's a strong odor of marijuana coming from your party in this area. And I said, ma'am, we don't smoke marijuana. You're mistaken, she said. I've gotten complaints, she said. People have called and said that they smell. Had to be a white girl talking to these folks, man. I said, ma'am, no one has even walked past us but you. Got to hear me on this one, Kenneth Lofton. I know you just come in. This in Memphis. Tell Junior don't go to that damn Houston's up there. Because that's why I was going to tell him to meet me at. But check this out. This is a police officer for nearly 28 years, and his wife is a school principal. 2 pillars in our community. You would think when I had advised her of my occupation, my wife's occupation, you would think that she would reassess what she thought. She didn't even want to hear it. She said, you still have to leave. What Jay-Z song? What's Jay-Z song? Still rich, poor, but whatever. No matter what. What's the Jay-Z song? Somebody put it on the screen for me. I'm a police officer. My wife's is a principal. You're still, to me, but when you're on the football field, you're on the tennis court, they love you, they do that. Thank you. Oh, the name of the song is OJ. Thank you, Mika. Mika, I ain't talking about nobody. Come on, man. She didn't want to hear it. But Moses said him and his family refused to leave and got a second opinion. I would have got the hell out of there, Mr. Moses. I'm sorry. Y'all, I know y'all. Listen to me. What I tell y'all about me? Protecting your energy is not a crime. If you around some damn people that you don't like, even if your best friend invited you to his party and he wanted you there and he got some people there you don't like, get the hell out of there like Robert had to do. Because my peace of mind is more important than me going to his damn party. Quit inviting them. If you want me to come, quit inviting them. How about that? Protecting your energy is not a crime. When I walk in a restaurant and everything ain't right, my daughter said, Dad, you just get up and leave. Yes. The hell out of there. Hold up. Let me go through this story. They were then seated, but Mosby had more questions for the manager who he asked her. He said, I said, did you just racial profile us? She said, I'm sorry. That was just a bad mistake. I got to tell y'all this story. Thank you, Trey Phillips. He said, how did you smell something no one else smelled? She just kept apologizing. Mosby shared his story on Facebook, they said, and learned he wasn't the only black family asked to leave the restaurant for allegedly smelling like marijuana. The Fox News said after asking to speak to a manager, he said his crew was kicked off the property by security. I don't blame him. Get your nose ass out of there, the news. The man says she singled us out. I feel like it racially. You know, what y'all think? How many of y'all would have stayed? Y'all already know. Don't try to be like me. How many of y'all would have stayed? I know y'all wanted that what's that I like to get that y'all wanted that spinach dip. That spinach dip kind of good, yeah, but I can do without it. I can't believe he stayed. Unbelievable. Y'all, the reason, let me tell you something. There's always a reason why I talk about stuff like this. They closed the ones in Atlanta down because of this kind of stuff. Black folks said, we ain't coming in that joint. Memphis, I'm headed to see y'all soon. Where you get that spinach dip from, son? You make it yourself? Y'all help me. I'm going to take a quick break. Shut the show. Come back, man. I'm just trying to, man. I'm trying to figure something out, man. Y'all got me, man. Y'all be doing me bad. Share the show. I'll be right back. I got something else for you.
The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW. The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight.
Boy, I love that last night, man. I love that last night. Minnie say she worked there at Houston. I didn't experience that, though. That's why you worked there. That's why you ain't going to experience. That's Serena bad, man. I got to know, man. I got another Serena for you. Hold on. Watch it.
Williams. Two sets to love. 6-3. 6-3.
Serena Williams plays on. These fans, all of them, were on their feet before that last point was even played.
Man, this is the only person that makes me watch a whole tennis match. There's no other person on the planet. But this woman right here that makes me go watch a tennis match, man. I mean, I'm sitting there just watching. I used to play tennis. You know, there's a couple of little dudes I like a little bit. I watch a few. Them dudes, they hit the ball so damn hard. All they're doing is serving and volleying and getting out of there. But these, oh my God. Shout out to her again. Jimmy, I got you on the screen. Mindy talking about she used to work at Houston, Jimmy. That by the way, but before I got off the show, who was that trying to come? Oh Lord, Chris Walker here. You been with Chris Walker?
No.
The hell he bringing man. Hey y'all, I got a surprise for y'all. But I ain't gonna tell y'all, but it's somebody that's about to come on the show this minute. That man there, he had a Serena love fest. A Serena love fest last night. There he is right there. That man, I ain't never heard him talk about Serena in his life. Boy, he talking about, he's just going off, man.
First of all, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You know it's not true.
I'm done. I done talked for hours. You and Jimmy turn.
I'm not gonna talk about what you said about Gayle King.
What do you say about Gayle King?
Jimmy Hicks, Eddie Haskell, Jimmy, he a line sucker. Well, you know what, Jimmy? He was talking about Gayle King. Tell me what he. Don't you let me put them texts on that screen.
Put what text on the screen?
Jimmy, I'm finna screenshot you, Jimmy.
No.
I'm a screenshot Jimmy. Well, quit lying on me then, man.
Huh? Hit dog holler.
Yeah, okay.
Hit dog hollered on that one.
Yeah,
hey,
listen.
Hey, let me tell you something. Sandra was watching Serena.
Yeah.
We got to go and go to the other side of town, go get something to eat. That was captivating.
Yeah.
And man, that the entrance and the crowd was like thunderous. It was really, really, really remarkable. Shout out to Nike for being creative enough for the outfit that they had her done with the diamond.
You like that outfit?
I loved it. It's ugly.
You got to realize
it's
Chris,
art.
It was themed after a figure skater, and after she doing her twirl, because figure skating does the twirling. So when Serena wins, that's her customary thing. She twirl. So that whole thing, and guess what? It didn't just stop with her.
A baby was dressed the same way.
The daughter had one as well.
She gonna whoop that little daughter butt when she get home. She tried to grab the daughter to come over there. The daughter just did her like that and stayed with the daddy. Serena looked at her little ass like, oh, okay. You trying to show out here? Okay. Y'all didn't see that. I got it on tape. I'm going to show it to y'all tomorrow.
Say, man, and the commentators, they were unusually relaxed. If you listen to them during the thing, even when let's say when Bill Clinton was talking with Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, Dr. Ruth touching his face.
They said, right on
saying?
cue, it's like the guy said, "Oh, Bill Clinton, that's Dr. Ruth." They're talking tennis balls. And then he corrected himself, and it was just, and they kept going with it. Even
she's too old. Bill don't want nothing old. He don't like nothing old but money. Dr. Ruth too old.
No, but Dr. Ruth like him young. So something got to meet halfway. Dr. Ruth going.
Bill Clinton ain't doing. Bill ain't going that way, man. Zero.
There's something wrong with you, man.
No, there's something wrong with this dude here, y'all. Y'all better be glad I'm gonna protect him today. But that man got some of the most. He got some of the most raunchy texts that. What he gonna do to Gayle King? I said, Gayle King. I ain't never heard nobody.
I never said no mess like that. See, you need to stop. You need to stop.
Okay. How you doing today, Jimmy?
So
I'm good. I'm good,
it's
man.
all good.
You said
you know what?
Last night too. You said, man, I wish I was one of the pips. I was like, man, what's wrong with you?
This man, something wrong with him, man. What you got, Jimmy?
I want to insert something. I meant to bring it up yesterday, and it's so much like Black history in Greater Houston that so many of us adults probably just hadn't taken out the time because to go in and indulge it, and like many people didn't know about just that in June about Juneteenth. Every year we find one extra person who are just unaware of the Reverend Jack Yates and his role in the Emancipation Park. And then a lot of people, a couple years ago, we was on the radio station. A lot of people didn't know. We were talking boxing. They didn't know about Jack Johnson and what Galveston meant Galveston was kind of meant to be what Las Vegas is. Some people tried, Galveston was a hub. Now, what I learned the other day, it's like I feel like sometimes, I don't know, do y'all ever feel embarrassed when you learn some stuff that's right up under your nose? And it's like, damn, man, nobody never taught me this. Why nobody never talked about this? Why in all our history, and we had somewhat semi-segregated teaching way back in the days, even though it was integrated.
Yeah, black teachers. Black teachers.
Most of our teachers back in the days lived in our community.
But they didn't know. Ain't nobody taught their ass. But keep going.
Yeah, because most of our teachers wasn't from here.
Mm-hmm.
Or wasn't, especially a city like Houston, because a lot of people came from Louisiana. So here's what I learned.
But Jimmy, I'm feeling like this every day because I'm learning something new every day. But
Chris, and especially you, Chris, because you lived most of your adult life away from Houston. Mm-hmm. Here's what I learned. Memorial Park. Mm-hmm. Did y'all know that Memorial Park, when they had one of the wars that was going on, they had a brigade of black soldiers. They didn't go to the war. Their post was to come to Houston, and they got bust or marched down here, shipped down or whatever, and their job was to just oversee some of the stuff some of the posts in Houston, because
Houston and near that Galveston is a port city, so it's strategic. Yes. But keep going.
Yes. Yeah. And so this was like this was only like, understand, this was like 105 years ago. That's why it's relevant now. 5 years ago, the mayor. And they put Chris, you know what El Tiempo is on Washington Avenue?
He knows where every damn El Tiempo is.
Okay, you keep going down there, there's a roundabout. And I'm thinking what I read is that there's supposed to be a plaque in that roundabout that talks about that brigade of black soldiers.
It's over by Memorial. Yeah, right there. It's a roundabout right by Memorial. Yeah. Yes.
So in that roundabout now I'm going to make sure I'm going by there today. Uh-huh. And I'm going to go and check it out because it's Taco Tuesday. And Chris, so why am I not go by today? Y'all ain't hell. But, and so I ain't got but one Tuesday left, man, before I start my stuff. Y'all, but check this out. There was a guy named Jesse Moore. Jesse Moore, what happened is these guys went down there, some white guys in Houston that was doing something, pushing something, and these the army, they were part of the army. They were enlisted. They attempted to restore order and tell the white guys, no, y'all didn't get. They messed around and ended up arresting the black guys. The military. They had to go to trial. Not just arresting, they marched them back to Memorial Park and hung one of them. He's in uniform. You're talking about patriots that they tried. They can't never tell me shit about no patriots no more.
Oh, man, hold on, Granny, listen, man, relax.
I know, Granny.
Yeah, man, that ain't no bad word.
I said it for her, dude. Chris,
a little deprecation.
Unbelievable.
Of the feces.
It's unbelievable that, understand. So here's what happens. And the stuff is still on the books, on the table, because they got like technically a dishonorable burial. That means they came up missing. One was found hung, but they come up missing. They found the bodies years later, decades later. The bodies were found. Guess how they was found? Somewhere near San Antonio. So you mean they just took them, put them on the back of the wagon, and just rolled Nelly all the way down near to San Antonio. It takes 3.5 hours driving. Just imagine how long it took with one of them horse and carriage and whatever back in the days. They were buried. They put empty soda water cans, empty bottles with the names in the bottles. That's how they could tell those bodies when they were excavated. This is unbelievable story, but Memorial Park, this was after they call it the riots of 1917. It was the riots. It was the bloody riots in Houston.
A lot of them.
And this is part of the aftermath of it. And I'm just amazed because now Memorial Park, so the in that roundabout, that was the Mayor Turner's doing. That marked it the 100-year anniversary 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. The very next day, guess what?
Somebody defaced it.
Somebody came and sprayed some stuff on there.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they
Yes, dude. So now we're 105 years now. So Memorial Park just got a facelift. Chris, I don't know if you've been through Memorial Park. They have it. You won't even know it right now.
Oh my, unbelievable.
They've got you won't even know it
Chris,
right now.
Unbelievable.
Memorial Park is off the. I mean, it's like so.
Yeah. And Jimmy,
so
it's about to get better.
Oh, absolutely. Got the golf tournament coming now. So they got
No, I'm talking about that. It's another phase they trying to do, them tunnels. Is the tunnels already done?
Already got the tunnel.
Oh,
they're open.
Goodness, I'm going by there today too.
I rode through the thing. I was
Watch
coming
Chris,
back.
watch Chris.
Mr. Galleria and my waves sent me down Memorial Drive a few weeks ago. The tunnel is open.
But Jimmy,
dude, this stuff is crazy.
And when you finish, I got a story. So you think that's getting to you, right?
Oh,
Now,
so Camp Logan said they got a movie about it. Camp Logan.
Oh.
Okay. Camp Logan. Let me write that down.
Wow.
It's a
Yeah, I
small
gotta
world,
write
but that's why I love the Boom Boom Room, man.
right,
Well, we got
Camp
the
Logan.
intelligence up in this thing.
Logan.
Camp Logan.
But Chris, I got something to share with you. When Jimmy talk about stuff like that, I try to do something like this almost but it's early in the show and y'all not there. But I was just sitting here thinking, when he was thinking, this guy Robert Church, who's from Memphis, Tennessee, we always talk about Greenwood and Tulsa, how it was doing good. But the guy who financed J.B. Stratford, who was if you go look up Tulsa, he was the real estate baron. The guy who gave him the money to go to Oklahoma to build his fortune was Robert Reed Church from Memphis, Tennessee, the black dude that started Beale Street, and they took it from him. And see, when I hear stuff like this, and a lot of people don't even talk. I never knew about Robert Church while I was in Memphis. Not all my life. I never heard about this guy. But if it wasn't for him being instrumental in giving Ida B. Wells and financing all of those things that they were doing, that's the guy how they got the money. And then we talking about these student loans, and then I look up the Pell Grant. Do y'all know who was responsible for the Pell Grant so we can go to school? Adam Clayton Powell. This guy that I've been telling y'all about a long time. It wouldn't be no Pell. He authored the Pell Grant. These are congressmen right now. We got 56 black representatives in Congress, and they can't get nothing done. And this man here was the only one in there by himself, and he said, look here. This government, we paying taxes. We ought to be able to get our own money, get Pell Grant, give us our money so we can go to school free. So we ain't got to pay. We ain't got to pay no loans back. But that's Adam Clayton Powell. Look it up. But guess what? They don't want you to know about him.
Why not?
They don't want. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna tell you this, and a lot of people might disagree with me. He was one of the most powerful men in the 20th century. I put him over all of them. I ain't trying to be a no who better who, but I put him right there above everybody. And y'all know them names, y'all already know. They didn't want y'all. Y'all got to realize he died almost the same time, not the same time, but on the same day that Martin Luther King died. Right? Then they said, hold up. This is what the New York Times wrote. Martin Luther King, he left a legacy. The other guy, Adam Clayton Powell, left nothing. And they lying. One of the most powerful men in Congress, one of the most powerful men that helped the book that Martin Luther King read to author the Montgomery Boycott was written 20 years earlier by Adam Clayton Powell. Go look it up. I'm giving y'all stuff y'all can go look. But guess what? Then you're going to say, like Jimmy said, I never known that. But this the dude, Jimmy, that started the Adam Clayton Powell. Minimum wage. They used to pay you whatever the hell they want to. Adam Clayton Powell said, no. Job Corps. You know when people used to work and get because their excuse was they not qualified. So he got Job Force. It's called Job Force like that. He the one got the government to educate and give our people practical stuff so they can get jobs. But guess what? And I had to get this age before I know about this guy. I passed by his building several times in New York, Jimmy, going to see my son play basketball, and did not know that was his building. I go to Sylvia's and I go to Apollo. Them two places ain't gonna do nothing for me. Ain't never did nothing for me. But that dude there did. And Chris, you said, why? Jimmy, come on, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But Chris, what you got?
I was running up and we was talking.
Yo, good.
Once again, that movie, it's called The 24th, not Camp Logan. It's called The 24th. 24th. And his ancestors right now are still fighting, and there's still a chance. And it sounds good because the verdict can come any day now. It's already on, like, one of the judges in one of the courts. They've been fighting and fighting, and now the final verdict is expected to come any day now. On this is what the deal is. By them being killed in a manner of such, they went to trial in Houston. It's like 100 and something of those soldiers, and they found them all guilty. Well, if they get clemency, what clemency does, it will overturn the conviction, right? And by them being military, they at least get a tombstone in the Veterans Memorial Cemetery from whatever city, that they wish to. That's important to some people because that means now you're historically acknowledged. You're there, and great grandkids can come and they can see this, and you have your number and a marker with in the plot. Now, the thing that's funny to me as we take it home, do you understand the name of what was Camp Logan at the time back then? Do you understand the name of this park? Let it soak in like with Joe Madison say, with your third ear and your third eye. Think, Chris, it's called Memorial Park. They named it after the damn military people for fighting for the country. And you hung one of them in the park. You've been denying it and burying it for over 100 years. And now, ironically, Memorial Park.
Chris, I'm sitting there thinking, Jimmy, you never seen an American bomb the NAACP. You never seen America bomb the Urban League, but they did bomb Black Wall Street.
Black Panthers.
No, Black Wall Street.
But they bombed the Black Panthers too now.
Yeah, but let me go here because economics is a revolutionary act. They don't mind us being in NAACP. They don't mind us being in the Urban League. But boy, when you go and get where you are financially, economically not dependent on them, you got a problem with them folks. Man.
Well, think about it. What you just said. Mm-hmm. What was the Black Panthers doing in those 60s? Yeah. In those 70s? Think about it. Remember, they had created their own
everything.
Revenue streams,
Absolutely.
Their own society where they were, Absolutely. Where the black dollar was being recirculated throughout the communities, recycled.
That's why they had to get rid of
communities multiple times before it left. And these were young people. Yeah. You start thinking like,
I was 21 years old when they shot
it.
These
were young people in their 20s. And you watch these movies, and it's like, damn, he done a whole lot. Just like we think about how old was Tupac. He was like a revolutionary, and he had become a threat. How old was he? 23 years old?
Yeah.
How old was Biggie?
Yeah.
Even though it's on a different angle, but still, Biggie had galvanized a lot of ears and eyes. He was what, 25? Hey, man.
Y'all trying to preach this morning, I see.
No,
man, we just
no,
we
no,
pulling
it
up
just
the
happened.
antenna.
It was
Just pulling the
organic.
antenna up.
She real, man. People
Kevin
don't know.
Freeman said, "I never
Yeah,
read
do you guys see the movie with the guy Fred Hampton?
Yes.
That's what he talking about.
That's what we talking about. He was 23
Right.
years old,
Well, they didn't
21,
bomb him.
22,
Yeah,
something like that.
They shot him up.
Yeah, they shot him.
But what Fred Hampton was doing, to speak to your point, Hatter, is that the way politics works, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, is that it's really, we can say it's a race thing, but it's a class thing as well. Rich people against poor people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, rich people against poor people. Yeah, we can say black versus white versus Hispanic. It's rich versus poor. Because what Fred Hampton was trying to do was galvanize all the what?
Poor people.
And when he did that, it was a wrap. It was over. Because what I shouldn't say poor people, what poorer people don't understand is, even though you are poor, you still have money.
Yes.
And there's strength in numbers. So you talk about Nashville and what was happening at the counters, when they wouldn't let people eat at the counters, and they say, okay, Woolworth, we won't eat in the city of Nashville. You're talking about $50 some million. All of a sudden, the white business owners are going, well, we gotta do something here. If they don't spend money here, we can't survive. So even though they say we're poor, we ain't all poor. We're consumers, is what we are. Forget about being poor. We're consumers because we make a lot of these people rich. Let's just keep it real, you know?
Absolutely.
I'd love to see how much money black people spend on Nike. I would love to see that number. How much money we invest in some of the things we invest in, cell phones. Not that the other cultures don't, but I'm saying there's certain things that we're going to make sure we have, period. I don't want to, that comedian made that line about, you can't give black people reparations because if you do, the Cadillac dealership won't have any cars. Like he was trying to be funny by making a joke, and it's to some of us it's kind of like disrespectful, but in a lot of ways, I mean, you give people something that's been devoid of something for a long time. This is what they think being successful is. That's why that's the first thing they go and do, because they want to change their outward appearance, because think about it, they devastated us on the outside and the inside. So what's the easiest thing we think we can change? It's the outside. And now realizing we also need to work on what? The inside.
Unique, you said that, because we can say the same thing. I don't know if you know, we need to say that we're giving the white folks too much money, because guess what? You can't even find a Lamborghini to buy. All Lamborghinis are sold out for the next 18 months. All 5,000 of them were bought this year. Where's these people getting this money from?
Well,
it's the first time it ever happened before, ever.
You know what one of them at?
What?
University of Texas star running back has one, a burnt orange one. After your homeboy down there running that ball, he got a burnt orange one.
They're going to take it back as soon as his ass get to messing up.
No, name him his likeness deal.
Yeah, they're going to watch it. Well, they're going to figure out a way now. They're going to figure out a way now. Hey, did y'all see what Deion said about naming, image, and likeness?
I saw the headline. I didn't read.
Oh, Chris Walker, you gonna love this.
Worry about NFL.
Watch this. Y'all check this out. Watch this.
When you talk about name, image, and likeness, I haven't seen anybody on anything. We keep talking about these kids are making millions of dollars. What do they own? Where is the name, the image, and the likeness, or is it just collectives just paying these kids to participate in this or that college? We don't have that. Again, we don't have those resources. We can't compete with that. So the little guy is pushed aside, because now when it comes down to, is this guy going to choose this college or that college, we can't compete with anteing up to make sure that kid is compensated like he wants to be compensated. And I want these kids to start back focusing on the NFL and not the NIL. Now you have kids not even thinking about the wonderful job that Coach Saban has done in the track record that he's accumulated, but or the position coach, or does this scheme fit him? They're thinking about NIL. So if the money fits, I go there. And that's not the way to attack this thing, because the NFL is what's going to sustain you and maintain you, not the NIL. When you talk about
what you got to say, Mr. Man?
So I completely, Walker, that is the most
you being an employee,
comment ever.
You've been governed by the NCAA for years, for over 2 decades. You are the most qualified to speak on this topic right now. The mic is yours. I certainly got my take on it.
I disagree. Chris is not the most qualified, but keep going.
I'm definitely the most qualified to speak on this, Mr. Hatter. That is the most hypocritical thing I've ever heard in my life. And let me tell you why. He's not wrong. They should focus on the NFL. But Hatter, the numbers indicate that 99% of them will not play in the NFL. They will not play in the NFL.
So they getting okay, I got you. But you can he said focus.
The reason why
he said focus, but keep going.
I get you, Hatter, but everybody's not gonna make the NFL.
We know they're not.
Focus doesn't have to be the NFL. Well, hold on. He's making a point against it. He's not making a point for it. And he's saying it's a competition, the deficit for them. They can't compete, which is true. First of all, they can't compete, period. Forget about NIL. They still can't compete if the NIL didn't exist. That's number one. Number two. Number three, it happens all the time. I remember when Eric Benet got up in front of, what was it, Holly Berry got up in front of us and said, oh, this is my husband. We're going to be married forever. And the next thing you know, they ain't together no more. Like, why you got to go out in Front Street like that and talk about this is the man of your dreams and blah, 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 blah. And the next year, guess what? They're not together no more. My point is, Deion Sanders is going to be the head coach at FSU. And guess what FSU is going to use? Collectives. And guess what they're going to use? NIL. The same guy sitting here saying it right now is going to be the main guy using NILs when he get to the next level. So why say that?
So why not say it?
Because he's going
He's not at that level yet. So he's talking from the, hold up. It's okay. That's why I told you weren't qualified, Chris. Jimmy.
I'm not qualified. I have a different opinion.
Jim, he was talking from the level he's at.
No. That's not what he was saying. He did say that too. But he's also said they should not.
You worried about FSU. That's your damn problem. No, you worried about if the guy going to leave and go to FSU.
FSU is a metaphor, Hatter. I'm just talking about the next level. The next level, that's what he's going to have to do if he's going to want to compete, because people ain't just going to go there.
But then when he get there, he'll do it. He said the kids focus. He said the kids focus.
I agree, Hatter.
You focus is on NIL, but your ass can't even catch. Hold on.
I disagree with you. Their focus should be getting a degree. How about that?
Well, evidently, hey, Jimmy, again, this is why he ain't qualified. Because Deion Sanders is there working with these kids right now. And he said,
can Deion do anything wrong? But can he say anything wrong? I don't get it. Can he say anything wrong?
All I'm saying, Chris, you listen. Because he can't do anything right from you. You said that's the most asinine statement. How in the hell is this asinine and hypocritical? How is it hypocritical?
Hatter, I'm going to say it again. I'm not going to say nothing wrong. I'm not going to say nothing against Penny. I'm not going to say nothing against James Harden. And I'm not going to say nothing against Deion.
Let's focus on the issue. Let's not get off the issue. You're making it personal. See, Chris, you smarter than that. You're bigger than that.
Listen,
stay on the task.
Why can't I just make my comment?
But stay on task. Why you got to bring up Penny and James Harden?
No, I'm saying you love Deion. Just like, how about this? Just like you get on me about LeBron. You say anytime something come up, I bring a LeBron. LeBron can't do no wrong.
Excuse me. Didn't y'all just mention NIL? Did y'all just mention NIL? And I said,
I don't agree with them. I don't agree with them saying that.
Well, okay, I do.
That's
so
all
what?
I'm saying. I don't agree with them.
I disagree with the statement with Jimmy telling me you're more qualified. Because I think Deion Sanders is more qualified to talk than you are.
But that's not what he's saying. He's saying on this show. He's not talking about
but I listen to Deion instead of listening to you.
I could have made the same comment Deion made. That's a common sense thing he said. The same way I say, hey, guess what, guys? They shouldn't be focused on getting to the NBA. They should focus on getting an MBA. I can make a play on words just like that too. I was in college for 25 years.
So what is wrong with him saying?
To talk about college sports and Deion. I worked 25 years there, but you don't hear me saying.
But guess what your favorite? But guess what you had to do? Guess where you had to go? This way you went.
Where'd I go?
Well, if he go to Florida State, I just use Florida State as a metaphor. If he go, if he goes to Alabama,
yes,
then he go. But guess what? As the facts change, the truth change.
Hatter, come on, you smarter than that, Hatter. You smarter than that.
So
You know you
so
smarter.
No,
than
I
You
thought
smarter
you
than
were
that,
smarter than that.
You
so
smarter
so,
than
here,
that.
so here's the thing. So for starters, Howard, Chris is qualified to be on to talk on that stuff.
Stop that. How you
Okay.
smart?
Now, secondly, here's the thing with that.
I was saying that.
My take on Deion with this
That'd have been
is
watching too
that
much Serena
is
last
that just a year ago when the name, image, likeness came out, Deion was on the front line claiming that, okay, Jackson, you come here, we gonna get it. My son Shakur, he got a $1 million name and likeness deal. He was saying this other kid, we just beat this other Power 6, Power 5 school out for another.
I see why you set Chris up for being okay, because he was gonna agree with you. But keep going, because I got you. I got something for you. Come on, I got something for you. Keep talking, Cletus. Cletus, you finna give me a home run.
He was on the front line claiming, look here, our people, we can be the FUBU of this thing, for us, by us. Just come on, we got our people gonna take care of
Alvarez.
So then what he realizes that the stakes are higher, and he might have, this comes and it smells like there's maybe one that you probably finally lost. And that's what it feels like. This conversation is coming from a space where you lost one. You're going to lose some prospects.
He's been saying this, Chris. Y'all ain't been listening to him. He been saying this, Jimmy.
But the truth of the matter is,
he said the kids focusing too much. And he asked me, where is the commercial? Why the commercials? I saw one, the coldest. Hold up. I saw one commercial, the coldest.
Well, why is the commercial got to be name, image, and likeness? Why
He just asked. He said, in other words, he said, all he did was say, the money is not coming commercially. It's coming, but y'all didn't hear that part. I told y'all was just, y'all teed me up like, y'all put a T-ball on that thing for me. He said, it's not coming commercially. It's coming from the collective. So to me, he's saying, well, shit, y'all just should have been paying the people all the time from your collective. That's what you've been doing anyway.
That was always happening, and it is going to always happen.
But he said his kids are focused.
He said they need to be focused on the NFL instead of the N. And
I disagree with it.
Last year,
you got to focus on it. You got to focus on it.
Okay, but in reality, that's like but that's almost like me going and telling everybody at Rock on Wood, y'all need to focus on Division 1.
But you're not Deion Sanders.
Division 1.
You're not Deion Sanders. He's saying this to his kids.
Of those kids at Jackson State
are not playing in.
But hold up. But guess what? They think they are.
Okay, but so what you? So I mean, you playing with their fantasy? He's
not. But guess what?
He's playing coochie coo with them.
Guess who was at practice yesterday? NFL teams was at practice yesterday. Stop. Can I hit another one? Can I hit another one? What, Chris? Can I hit another one for you?
Sure. Heck, go on, Hatter.
Texas, who got all the resources in the world, didn't get one dude drafted. But guess what? That little school there got two of them drafted. How that? Explain that to me with y'all bad stuff.
Okay, the year
Texas,
before,
the Puff Fund.
And the year before,
I'm not a Texas fan.
How many got drafted from
none?
School?
None. So guess what? He catching up, but he was better than Texas.
But Hatter. But Hatter, here's the point though. My point is Deion is an expert salesman, and you know what?
That wasn't the point.
Again, I'll say it again. But I'm telling you my opinion. I like Deion. I like Deion. I mean, I like the guy that says we're not gonna let our kids wear this and that, but he's a coach wearing 7 gold chains. I like that coach. I get you. I understand where you're coming from. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, he's a salesman. His job is to sell. And guess what?
At the end of the day, you were a salesman.
I'm not disagreeing with that. All I'm saying is that he's waving the flag because he probably thought that it was going to be a lot more.
I don't think he's waving the flag.
It's also the reality of, hey, man, I love you, Deion, but you still in the swag, homie.
I don't think he's waving the flag. So, cause he in the swag, he's lesser. Whoa.
The situation.
See, you know what? You Division I top coaches, y'all makes my ass tired. Oh, that's my mama used to say. Y'all be up here from y'all lofty ass perches like y'all the great King Verses on freaking the House of the Dragon. They make my ass tired. How the hell? They make my. I mean, they sit up there. The great Villanova. He's at the lowly. Hold on. No.
Why you put Villanova?
No. He's at the lowly. Hold on. He's at the lowly SWAC. Yeah.
I didn't
y'all
say that.
Kill me with that. Man, I can't stand when one of y'all say that.
I didn't say that.
I can't stand when one of y'all said it. Y'all got this prima donna ass. Well, I never coached. I never coached in nothing less than the Division One. I never.
The guy at Toyota, the guy that draws a Toyota Prius, right? The guy, you know what the guy at Mercedes is saying? Hey man, I know you got a car. I know it's functional. You can get to point A to point B, but I got this G-Wagon. Get out of here with that nonsense.
All I'm saying is why? Hold up. You're part of the class. So you're a classist also. Dion's at the lowly. Hold up. You said
I didn't say lowly.
You said the lowly SWAC. That's what you said.
I didn't say lowly SWAC.
You said that he's at the SWAC. You said it very condescending. And that's what made me make the statement. You coaches.
I did not say lowly.
Y'all blessed enough to put on that uniform and put on that practice shirt and whistle and the division, what y'all call it, the Power 6 and Power 5. Man, come on, man. Quit talking down on these other conferences.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
And that ain't got nothing to do with Dion.
I want you to go to every SWAC and every MEAC coach and say, let me ask you a question, man. Would you rather be the head coach at Morgan State or University of Maryland? What would they say? You tell me, what would they say?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just trying to tell you, like you're making it seem like I'm an animal here and I'm being mean and all I'm doing is being a realist.
I said you Division One coaches.
Idealistic. You being idealistic.
Y'all talk down and y'all expect for these kids. Then y'all be talking about how come these kids, everybody think they Division One, but y'all talk so negative about. Hey Chris, I've been listening to y'all for years.
I'm not talking negative about the SWAC. All I know is that if a kid got a chance to go to TSU or Houston, he chooses Houston. That's all I know. And matter of fact, how about this? Go on that feed right now and ask them same parents or go back.
That's not the issue here.
Ask them parents too.
That's not the issue here. Because guess what?
Texas or Texas Southern.
Guess what?
Stop that.
Texas Southern.
Hey,
Texas Southern. Excuse me. Gonna field a team this weekend full of players that won't. That I guess they. Whoa. They couldn't make it. They couldn't make it where you think they should make it, but they came back to lowly Texas Southern. Hold on. Jackson State gonna field a team this weekend.
Where that team at? Where they from? Where they from?
Jackson, Mississippi.
I know, but keep going though.
Okay, Jackson State gonna field a team full of players, just like it. So of course there's levels to it. But I just can't stand you black ass coaches who always talking down. I just can't. Chris, that's a pet peeve. That's a pet peeve. That's a pet peeve of mine. And I'm going to call y'all ass out every time y'all do.
Why you?
Because this is the chop shop. I'm going to chop you up when you do it. You know how y'all are. Oh, here. Well, here. Oh, okay. Man, come on.
Yo, man, you something else, man.
No, I know it. Guess what?
You know what? When you have your cheerleading moment for your boy, I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm not gonna come.
When is hey? Hold up. Hold up.
What's that logo on that shirt?
Because you always. I ain't got no logo. Jimmy Hicks got a better relationship with Dion than I have. I just know. How I get in touch with him if I want him, I had to call Ray Forsett. So I really don't. Ray Forsett to get if I want to get him. I mean, that's his friend. If I want to get in touch with, see that you can't help it. But if I mention somebody else,
I didn't know you knew Ray. That's all.
Man, get the hell out of here. You know I do. But all I'm trying to say is, y'all just kill me, man. I mean, I'm sorry. Y'all just kill me, man. Let me tell you something. I got an affinity for black colleges, HBCUs. It ain't just Deion Sanders. It ain't just Deion Sanders. I feel the same way about TSU. I feel the same way about Prairie View. I got an affinity for these guys, and because I know how hard what they're doing because they got people like you that look down
That's wrong. I can't believe you would say something like that.
So you don't.
Jimmy,
so you look up on the.
Jimmy,
hold up. You just
Jimmy,
say it.
Hold on. We got an arbiter right to arbitrate. Jimmy, as long as you know me, when Mike Davis was in TSU, I was over there every day. Right or wrong. Mike Davis was one of my good friends. Anytime on TV, I get a chance to pump up Byron and Prairie View. Don't I do it?
But you interview
Hold up.
But
You're sounding like. Hold up. You're sounding like Andrew Jackson. How can I be president? I'm impregnating all these black women.
What I'm saying, again.
You're sounding like one of them, man.
Hold on.
I got a black wife.
Hatter, did I not do those things? Yes or no?
No. You're sounding like the guy who I got a black wife. How can I be good? How can I do something wrong?
There's no one that could ever go on record and say that I say anything negative about these colleges. All I'm saying is, again, I don't get paid to be friends with Deion. I get paid to talk about what I think Deion is saying. The same way they do on other networks. They don't get paid by Kevin Durant, but if he says something that's ignorant, they going to jump on him, and then black people jump on him just like white people. All I'm saying
So I'm supposed to let you get away with this? And I jump on you?
It's not about letting me get away
with it. Okay. So I should just sit back and say, let you just say that.
I don't agree with him.
Okay.
Because soon as he gets to the next level, guess what he's going to say? Well, I didn't realize it was like that. He's a salesman, and I ain't mad at him.
Hold up. Have you heard? Okay, well, let me help you. Guess what he said? I'm here for now. That's what he said. I'm here enjoying the Jackson experience now.
Okay.
If the right situation open up, I'll have to entertain it. That's telling you that, of course.
We're talking about the collective.
No, but every coach. No, Chris, it's not fair. I just sit there and let you talk. It's not fair.
You know what he should say? I'm gonna tell you what he should say. Because ain't nobody gonna tell Deion what to say. Because I know people that work at Jackson State, and I don't want to get into all that. Okay, I know people that work for him. So what I'm saying is, and I know everybody love him, and he's doing stuff at that level that no one else has done. That's great, and I'm not disagreeing with him, or I don't want, because listen, I was a Cowboy fan. I love Deion Sanders, but that don't mean I got to agree with everything Deion says.
Ain't nobody tell you to agree. I didn't tell you to agree.
Okay, so all I'm saying is, if Deion, right, he understanding the game, just like I don't want to make too many different.
Don't. Coach,
because I don't.
You done dig yourself a big hole.
I'm not digging myself a hole. What I'm saying is, I'm making like too much like right, like my boy would say. Sometimes you can make too much like right, and then it's just gonna make people mad. So all I'm saying is, I like Deion, but again, if Deion was at the other level, which he will be one day, he won't be saying the same thing. You know what? He will. He'll still say.
He can say the same thing at the next level.
You know what he say? They should focus more on the NFL instead of NIL. And here's the last thing he's going to say. But I understand, because most of them will never play at the NFL level, and this is their opportunity to gain. And whether you think they should be doing commercials or not, it's still name, image, and likeness that allows them to procure money. What's wrong with that?
He didn't tell them to not get the money.
He said they should focus on one more than the other. I'm like, I disagree. There's certain kids that probably should focus on NIL more than NFL.
But he didn't say not get. So guess what? Let's say he was at Texas. Can I explain? You might understand.
He might end up there.
He could have said the exact same thing in Texas. The exact commercial. He could have said that. And I know people coming on here, y'all don't know what he said. Go back and see what. He could have said the exact same thing in Texas. And you would have had something to say about that.
I would not have. I would have said, I get it. Maybe. But again, I'm going to say it again. And you're going to say, Jimmy, agree with me because we both on South Hall.
That's all right. I like for y'all. I'd like for y'all to agree. That's what I know I'm right.
Some kids are smart enough to focus on the NIL knowing they would never make the NFL.
Boy, thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy, hey Jimmy, who the worst pitcher in the league, Jimmy? Jimmy, who the worst pitcher in the league right now, Jimmy?
You are.
No. Jimmy, who is the worst pitcher in the league, man? Give it to me right quick. You already know. Give me one of the worst pitchers in the league, right?
The worst?
Who hurt? What his name? Yeah, the worst.
Well, the worst one is about to make his debut for the Texas Rangers against the Astros.
What his name?
Geichel.
That's you. Because you and Chris just gave me, y'all got Chris and Jimmy Geichel. Y'all just gave me a pie, y'all.
Listen. I already know arguing with you when you talk about one of your man crushes, it's a waste of energy arguing with you.
No,
So
Chris, you just didn't explain yourself well, man. And then Jimmy came right behind you. I said, God, Jimmy sat up there listening to that. And he just said, well, I'm going to double down on what Chris said. I said, come on, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy, don't let him speak for you. Don't let him speak for you, Jimmy.
Man, I gave my take on it, and bottom line is it's still a stand. You trying to trick them kids and want them kids to focus on the NFL. When you got a 2% ratio of your 2 out of 100.
So y'all said
drafted. 2 out of 100 it's 100 on the team. 2 of them got drafted. So you want 2%. That's 2%. That's what you're gonna force them kids down the pipe.
Y'all said so. You say he tricking people. You said that's what Jimmy just said. You're trying to trick these kids.
Used car. Yes, used car.
Okay. I want y'all to listen. Y'all better listen to what these guys just said to y'all. Deion is trying to trick.
No. I say that comment. That comment.
I think y'all mistook. I don't think y'all took the comment right. I just did. But we all three of us see things different, and that's what I love about it. I ain't mad why y'all thinking about it. See, sometimes y'all get mad because I think different. That's crazy.
We're not mad at you.
Yeah. I'm your hottest catfish grease over there.
I'm not mad.
Your grandma just texted me and said, "Lay off, Chris." Your grandma just texted me.
Oh, listen, man. He's a used.
Brittany will be calling in a minute.
Problem with Deion. Deion faking the funk till he get up out of there. Deion looking for the yellow brick road, and I ain't mad at him. Keep it up, Deion. Do your thing and get your.
Why you got the house? So you saw negative connotations in
no, I just agree with Jimmy.
No, with Jimmy thinking what Jimmy said he's tricking.
Had to listen to what he just said. You always okay. Now I got to make a point.
Come on.
You get on here and say, man, y'all need to stop messing with these agents that don't know what they're talking about, right? Right? Do you not say that?
I ain't say that.
You say it all the time. Right?
I said get somebody that's qualified. I don't never. No, I said get somebody who qualified, know what they're doing. No, it's not the same thing.
Because the dude that has the dude that passed this thing, he thinks he is qualified. Whether you think he's not, that's what he think. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you can't tell kids, listen, man, you at Jackson State, you need to focus on the NFL.
What if he talking about his own guys? And he got a situation he was talking about with them.
So
his own team. He said, y'all need to quit focus. Maybe it's some stuff internally in his own team. Y'all never, but your brain didn't even think past Deion.
He brought up Nick Saban. He brought up collective.
But your brain didn't think past Deion. You ain't said nothing about Nick Saban. Nick Saban came over there and said, talked the craziest shit I ever heard on TV. Not now one of y'all said anything about it.
Listen, I don't
the most hypocritical, Dabo Swinney, the most hypocritical crooks in the world. And y'all just said, well, they can do it. These white boys, they can do
it. Yo, there's something wrong with you, man. Yo, it's
boy, I wish I drank.
No, we need to know what's in that thing you drinking right now.
What did you say about it?
Huh?
What did you say?
I talked about him every day. Dabo Swinney and Nick
Saban. What did you say about the Nick Saban?
I said he was a hypocrite. I said the same thing. I said the same thing Chris said about Deion when Nick Saban came
used car comment. I didn't say you. I said used car salesman comment. And and by the way, I've always been.
Hold up, Jim. I'm gonna tell you what date it was on.
And I've been.
You know I keep notes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold up, I'm gonna tell you what day. What's his name? Nick Saban. All I got to put his name.
I even said this. I get mad when kids choose Alabama. I tell you that all the time. What are you talking about? Anyway, how do you? Like I said, I
don't get mad with kids.
Certain names. I'm not saying.
I said, hey Jimmy, I talked about it on 5/22/22.
I wasn't there that day. That's May 23rd. Was that May? No, April. I wasn't there that day.
I'm saying that's which one.
I said, Nick, he talking about if you want to make everybody happy, don't be a leader. Sell ice cream with his. I mean, he just. Oh my God! These kids worried about money. All these Jackson State then bought a guy from under me. They're talking about the boy up there at College Station. He whined about Jimbo beat him out of a couple of guys. Man, I checked Saban all day that day. It was just a little early. You probably didn't come on the show that day, Jimmy. So guess what? I done checked him. My problem is y'all trying to check Deion.
Well, we just listen. That was the topic. That was the topic. Bring up an Alabama topic so we can chop that up. You're the one that injected that into the show. I didn't.
Y'all mentioned somebody mentioned NIL.
No, how did you brought that in and you quoted Deion.
Jimmy mentioned NIL. And I said, did y'all hear about what Deion said about the NIL? Come on, man. I know, Jim. Hey, I know what I'm doing over here, Chris Walker.
Listen,
you told me. Hold up. You told me. You taught me how to chop your ass up. That's crazy, y'all. Hey, see what you did? You made a mistake. You taught me how to chop you up.
Jimmy, I had to take me out on the boat. We having a good old time. And then look what happened. That's why you can't bond with somebody so much.
Hey, by the way, y'all.
Hey, Jim, I had to listen to the hip hop and everything.
Hey,
I had to listen to rap.
Man, that man had me out there, man.
Don't let him lie, y'all.
Hey, Jimmy, them folk gonna say, boy, that ain't come. Hey, don't bring that boy back again.
Oh, you got a problem with that?
No, nobody said nothing about that. No, but let me tell you what you did. Let me tell you what you did. And y'all, I wish, because it wasn't as legible. Chris had one of the coldest freestyles. I didn't know this boy. That's why they call him Good Talker. What? Chris was jamming, but you couldn't hear because we was going so fast you couldn't hear it. But the man had, listen to me, y'all. I wish I can go back because I guess I don't think he got it back in him because he was just a little.
I ain't got it back in him. Oh, you talking about
that man was rapping his behind. I sit there and said, unfreaking believable. This dude, I kind of like that rap. And
look at Fob hating. Look at Fob hating.
No.
Fob over there hating. Look at it.
If you haven't seen the video, go on my Facebook page and see. Can you hear?
I'm done arguing with you, Jimmy. Here's a new rules of the Chop Shop. I'm gonna come in as the guest.
Okay, come on, Rue.
When Hatter talk about a man crush, just nod your head. Just nod your head. Good job.
I don't like Deion like that.
Don't what? Hold up, Jimmy. Did you hear what he just said?
Not like that. No,
I like Deion like that.
No, I like Penny like that.
You don't love Deion like that.
I like Charles Woodson like that.
We know you love Charles.
But guess what?
That's your guy.
But I don't like Deion like that now. No, sir. No, but I just like what he's doing for HBCUs, man. If he was at Florida State, I probably wouldn't even be talking about it, to tell the damn truth. You see, I don't talk about Sylvester Crooms. You see, I don't talk about them black ass coaches.
Why would you talk about Sylvester Crooms? I sent you that. You didn't bring that up.
No, that's all right. But you see, I don't talk about them black coaches at them. I don't talk about Loxley that much. Because what? He had the PWIs. They get enough talk about. I'm talking about the Clarence McKinney, and those kind of guys. And the guy from Howard, and Eddie Robinson Jr., and Eddie George. Those are the guys I'm talking about. I like those guys. That's all.
Okay. So
I like HBU. Y'all got to realize.
So
hey,
you don't like Kyle Neptune, and you don't like my boy.
No, because they had them. No.
See, look at you. See, you terrible, man.
No, because Jimmy. No, this ain't
terrible, man.
Hey, he a hater. Jimmy hating.
So you're not gonna talk about Rob Lanier at SMU?
I'm not talking about them folks at them universities. What? I like HBCUs.
Man.
Bubba McDowell. Thank you, Trey Phillip.
Bubba McDowell. So you don't like Ed Cooley. You told me Ed Cooley's one of your favorite coaches.
I like
all of a sudden you don't talk.
I like him. I like Ed. I like Ed. I like Ed. But
they don't let black dudes coach football. So they don't but black coaches in
basketball. But I was talking about football, man. And you just switched it over there. I mean, come on. Jimmy, what you got to talk? Jimmy, we ain't got time. We ain't got time to talk about the Ruck on the Wood. Messing with this boy right here.
I thought y'all talked about the Ruck on the Wood yesterday. That's why I didn't come on. I'm serious.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
That was a 25 class.
It's Chris. 2 classes, Chris.
26 class. The 9th grade. We said we're going to talk about the 10th graders today. And
yeah. And Jimmy, give me some names though, right quick. We'll talk about them tomorrow.
I was looking at something
because he's a hater.
And I know that Chris Walker loves this statistic.
Oh, Lord.
And
Way to
Well,
help.
I'm looking at the new rankings, the new high school boys basketball rankings on ESPN.com.
Uh-oh.
And and there's a statistic, and here's the thing, and it a lot of people, you guys may have heard us say this before, and some of you guys may not have heard us say this before. But for those who are under 6 foot tall, and no matter how good you think that this basketball player is, and he's under 6 foot tall, the chances are very slim that he would be acknowledged as a top 100 player in the country by the mainstream powers.
By Paul Biancardi. By Paul Biancardi.
Well, it ain't just Paul. Paul's name is on there. That's almost like saying like RCS Sports. Paul, it ain't just Paul that got his fingerprints on those rankings list. And I'm talking about like direct fingers. I'm talking, Stovall.
So that means he don't know everybody that's on it. So there's a chance he don't know everybody that's on it. He's probably never seen most of them.
Absolutely doesn't.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, here's the thing. I'm looking at first of all, the class of 2023, right? The class of 2023. They just updated that. Now I'm proud to say in that class, the state is 100 players. The state of Texas is represented by like 11. One of those as an asterisk because he moved away last year. So, but we count him, for the most part, but he really ain't gonna be ours. It's one of those asterisks. Kids went to high school in Houston 2 years. He moved away for the 11th and the 12th grade year. One of those gray area type kids, and that's Galway Dual. Well, and how to remember we saw him in the middle school championship. He was on the same middle school team, I think, with Tyler Smith when they went to the championship that year with Booker T. Washington, and we watched them young boys. Now Tyler Smith is a hot name around the country in the overtime league. His name is still bubbling right now. Depending on what he does, he got to get out there and play. But this kid Galway Dual, he's committed to Providence. But anyway, here's what I was noticing, Chris. How many players in that top 100 list that are under 6 foot tall? You know how many are the top 100 right now? The updated.
You asking me to guess, or you already know?
Yeah,
guess. How many are under 6 foot tall?
Oh, hold on. What age group? Hold on. What year?
In the class of 2023.
I ain't seen them yet, Jimmy. You're going to have to find me one.
1 or 0?
Oh, I see one.
What number you see, Al?
Hold on, let me see where we're at. Number 74.
74. And guess what? You ain't got to look no more.
I ain't got to look no more. That's
out
it.
Of 100 kids. And how tall is he?
5'11".
So he right there.
He probably about 5'10", 5'9".
They can go put him on some Dr. Scholl's in the shoes, and he'd jump up to 6 foot with that right there. Here's the thing. So in the class of 2024, which is the current 11th grade class,
how many?
They do a top 60. Okay. It's only one of those that's under 6 foot tall.
I love it.
Then you go to the class of 2025, which is part of that class I'm telling you about that we're loaded down here. And that isn't reflected just yet in the ESPN ranking. But the state of Texas is going to have, when they expand from 25 to 60, there's going to be about 8 from the state of Texas in that list. Next rank. Watch what I'm telling you. Here's what happens. That's the class how with all that lint that Delilah had with that JL3 team. See, here's the deal though. That team didn't qualify for Peace Jam. You see? I mean, they didn't do nothing down there.
They were down there, but they didn't do no damage.
They didn't bust the grape.
She got that lint though.
They didn't move the Silo. You got to move that needle though. You got to move that needle. So here's what happened. Here's what happened with the lint.
What?
You reward the longest one with the spot as number 20 in the country. And then the rest of them got to get it when they got to get it how they get it. That's what's going to happen. So Sebastian Williams Adams is number 20 in the country. He goes to St. John's High School. And he was supposed to be at Rock on Wood this past weekend. However, they had a funeral. He had an aunt that passed away. The funeral was this past weekend. So
Okay.
I didn't even get into who wasn't there. Remember, I stopped doing that.
Nah, we ain't worried about who wasn't there.
We don't worry. But for his sake, in case you guys wonder, he was coming. Then I mean, you can't forecast death. And so our condolences extend to his family because his mom is. We talked about them. Remember, she was coming on the Chop Shop a lot. Remember, she lives out of town and goes to every one of his grassroots games. That's what she said on the Chop Shop. According to her, she traveled wherever her baby going. Her baby ain't going by himself nowhere.
I want to see him play.
And do you understand? St. John's is located next to Lamar High School in Houston. They're adjacent to each other.
Right.
A simple metal fence separate the two schools. But we have the state of Texas in 2025. We only have 3 of the top 25 from Texas. That's going to
that man there, man. Something wrong with that dude right there, man.
Wait, why would I go to the funeral? I didn't know about
you know, but Jimmy, he was just messing with you, Jimmy. That's why I put it up there. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man.
I'm feeling it out, man. Hey, you're right though. If I ain't celebrating the funeral, I'm celebrating a day of birth, a birthday. That's why I was this past on Saturday, helping a birthday. But here's the number. In the class of 2024, Zion Pipkin, who's from Westfield High School, he moves up to number 27. So what it looks like right now, the move, him leaving and going to Oak Hill, right now, it has worked to his benefit because he's in the top 30 right now.
Okay.
He's moved up. Now, here's the thing. Remember, he's the only player that's from Houston in that top 60. We only have 5 from the state of Texas in that top 50. Top 60 from the class of 2024. Okay. Trey Johnson, who somebody was talking about on the internet, he's number 1.
Absolutely.
And somebody
Chris,
at the nerve to compare. Somebody
I haven't seen him
yet.
Nice. How tall is he?
6'5".
He's about 6'6".
6'6".
I like them. Yeah, I like long dudes. I don't like them.
No. He had a very good summer. Now the only blur I think was he didn't. I think he USA basketball. I don't think he didn't make the team for one of those USA basketball.
Did he go?
He went to trials.
That's what I'm talking about. He went to trials.
And that was the only.
But he just might not have been a fit for the team though.
Yeah, and they pick different, but at the same time, it worked out for him because now if you're number 1 in the country, you know they do for number 1 in the country, Howard?
What?
They let you not even come to tribes like somebody on that list.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I got you.
You don't even come to tribes. You just come when you get ready. Whenever you come, so that's what number 1 do. I bet they won't have to do them the same way. You have to make.
They ain't doing it like that. That dude that come with too many politics, man. That little name right there at the front of this one. DJ Wagner got all the politics. He got more politics than anybody I ever seen in my life.
Well, we've seen it before on the East Coast. We've seen it.
But Jimmy, not like Jimmy. This man got Worldwide West. This man got Rick Bronson. He got the daddy. He got the son. The daddy, the son. He got Leon Rose. He got. Jimmy. This man got Mitt Wagner. Is that? They got Cal. This dude got everybody.
But here's I want to throw something in there.
Throw it in there, baby.
I love to give. See, facts are facts.
Okay.
And that is, matter of fact, this might be the time right now.
Jimmy, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to go.
It's raining, man. Where y'all going?
No, I got a meeting, dude.
You might want to share the show. Share the show right now.
No, not that kind of meeting.
There's 11 seniors that's ranked in ESPN Top 100 from out of Texas. Okay. 11 seniors, right?
Uh-huh.
Out of them 11 seniors, 6 of them from Houston. But they telling y'all that we so down. Remember, I said 2024 is down.
Keep talking, y'all. I got you.
Yeah.
We're gonna get those down.
I tried to click me out and click y'all out. My bad.
No, but here's the thing, though.
We're gonna get those Dallas dudes activated, man.
Class 2024 out of Houston is down. The class of 2023, right, is solid. But the thing is, we are going to be down on the numbers of Division Ones. See, that's the thing that see, it's two different ways when you hear people say up and down. When you talk about metropolitan areas that are somewhat hotbeds around the country, it's two different ways they're graded. And I encourage you guys to start asking or posing the question to the commentator or to the person who's talking, what are they judging it on? The amount of high majors or the total amount of Division I players from that in that particular class? That can often be just two different things. So in Houston, when people say we're down, they're not really, most times people aren't really talking about the high majors. I mean, the length of them. They're talking about the high majors. Man, we down. Depending on who the person is, what they used to. Now,
the other thing is they got a dude that's pro, and the other city doesn't. You know, if they got a couple of dudes that are projected as pros, and the other city doesn't, that's another thing, because those two pros are worth like 20 dudes. You know what I mean? So that's another way that they look at it and say, this place is up, this place is down. Man, when last time y'all had a pro? Or y'all don't have any Mickey D's. We got Mickey D's, y'all have no Mickey D's. So even though you may have 30, think about it, Houston has consistently had the same amount of Division I players probably for the last 20 years. Consistently.
No.
I mean, when you do the average, I'm talking about the average out. If it averages out, would you disagree? The average up sometime, down sometime, but right around 25.
It's drastically been under. It's been pretty much. He had maybe 1 year with more than 25 Division I's in the last 5 years from out of Great
Right.
Eastern.
Okay, so what would the average be? So the average is still about 25, right?
The rolling average now, that's what I'm saying, from what period of time? When you say what's the average, I mean, of the past, what span of time? And that's another good way to put stuff, because some people will start counting back to 2000. Some people start counting back for whatever. When are you count? What are we talking about? What period of time? Because times change and things. It was just like right now, we start talking about the Mecca, this new term Texas or DFW being the new Mecca. Well, if you're saying that, the Mecca. Put it like that. Right now, they're the Mecca of of amateur high school basketball. Well, if you say you're the Mecca, then New York City will say, well, hell, we can start counting back and let's go back in the old days. Let's start naming all these guys, Kenny Smith, Mark Jackson, all these guys from back in the days. And then that DFW will say, well, hold on, we're talking about right now. So it has to be, the parameters need to be put forth whenever you engage in those types of conversations, because otherwise you will find yourself going like two parallel lines and they ain't gonna never cross. They just gonna keep going down the road, Chris.
I mean, people are always gonna skew the numbers for their argument. Come on now.
My thing is this. Chris Johnson is at number 33. He went to Elkins High School last year. He transferred, gone over to one of the prep schools, right? He committed to Kansas at the same time last month or earlier this month. Well, Chris Johnson is at number 33 right now. He was a little bit below that before. So right now the transfer is going in his favor. Now, all he has to do, he at number 33, he's right in the range on the outside looking in. McDonald's game take 24 players. That does not mean because you rank in the top 25, you automatically McDonald's All-American. What it means is if you get close, you're in that range. You're in that range. That means you can smell it. He gonna have the opportunity, Chris Johnson, to play himself in. Now, the thing that's right behind him is Wesley Yates III. Wesley Yates III is at number 38. Obviously, people remember what they saw when they saw Wesley Yates when we was at Pango's camp, Chris. And they saw Wesley Yates, what he did at Pango's, especially when he got snubbed out of the top 30 game and came back, hit those 6 threes in the top 60 game, and they saw that. And then the sentiment went by him not getting an early invite in the NBPA top 100 camp.
So Jimmy, so stop for a second. So now, think about what you just said. Put a pin in there for a second. Here are two guys. This is my thing about people and the way they perceive the way things are being done. And sometimes your body of work matters more than one specific moment. Sometimes that one moment can help you more than your body of work. Sometimes your body work. Sometimes it matters when you play good and you don't know what instance. Sometimes you may think you being looked down upon and that you might actually be put in the best position to be successful. We went to the Pangos camp. We did the data. 2 kids you just mentioned did not make the top 30 game. They did not make the top 30 game, and look where they're ranked at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Chris Johnson, even at the NBA Players Camp, Wesley Yates didn't go,
and Wesley Yates jumps in front of Chris Johnson on national plane of things. He goes out in front of him.
So what I'm saying is, like, your body of work matters. Don't let these people make you think, well, this one thing can make you where you need to be. You need to play consistently all the time. People need to see you compete. You have a great attitude, and at the end of the day, there is no exact formula. For instance, Chris Johnson leaving to go to Mount Bird. Okay, some people may say that may shoot him up, give him more, publicity. Going to Kansas, signing with Kansas, give you more cachet because it makes them look good because they won the championship and they have McDonald's. They want McDonald's All-Americans. But and I know Kansas, they didn't make their living off McDonald's All-Americans. That's not how they won a championship because I don't know from the team they have now if they have won McDonald's All-American. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, there is no exact science to doing this. You have to be a really good player, period. Because the 2 kids right there you just mentioned, neither one have been front and center and glamorized in any way. They have grinded their way to where they are. They have grinded. They've had to grind. They have to take. They did not take the elevator. Them dudes took the stairs, man. They took the stairs.
Two different routes. And Wesley Yates has decided. Remember, he was contemplating the decision to go Kanye West. Them brought in his basketball family in California. Brought Wesley Yates III and his parents to California on a campus visit and last month. And they were really thinking about going and making a move. Well, right now you're at number 38 in the country. And what happens, you're at Beaumont United, who's won the state championship in Texas 2 years in a row. Now, you don't have Terrence Arsenault anymore. However, you're in a good position as well. Because here's the thing. People remember what they saw Wesley Yates would live on. He played with Live On. Live On had one of the top 5 records, 5 or 6 records, I think, in the EYBL. They go to the Peace Jam, and they didn't fare as well in Peace Jam. They get out of pool play, I don't think. However, they remember seeing what Wesley Yates did for the most part. It was more good than not. He moved the needle upwards. Another kid, of course, I didn't mention Ron Holland is number 10. He's the highest ranked player out of Texas. So Ron Holland has dropped some. Ron Holland was in the top 5, Chris. So he's dropped down to number 2.
But here's my thing. I don't. Again, when you start talking about these things, it's good conversation. I mean, it's your industry, Jimmy. You definitely should be talking about it. But at the end of the day, for me, when they have to go to college, we just talking about nothing. Like until there's a situation where they don't have to go to school, it's like talking about kids in high school when it comes to NFL. They got to go to college for 3 years, man. Please, what are we talking about? We might as well. It's immaterial to talk about number 5, number 10, because at the end of the day, they got to go to somebody's school and still prove something. Like Chris Johnson got to go to Kansas. Wesley Yates got to go to college somewhere.
They can go to.
They can go to OTA.
You're right. They can do that too. They can do that too if that's what they choose to do. But that's still another year in between. There's a cushion in there. That, for instance, some of them kids that go to what's that? Not Overtime Elite, but the Ignite. My boy Jason Hart coaches. They had one kid, I forget his name. I remember Ed Pinckney. I don't want to say the kid's name. He's a scout from the Rockies. Man, this kid was in our camp destroying all these guys. I'm like, get out of here. I don't want to say the dude's name. And he was a kid who was a top 10 player in the country coming out of high school, went to that place and did not get drafted. I'm like, I'm just saying, guys, at the end of the day, it's a great conversation to have. Hey, he's going to go to Overtime Elite. Hey, he's going to go to Mount Verde. He's going to do this. But at the end of the day, I think this thing is getting far harder to get to than it used to be. I think that when you had a reputation and you were a McDonald's All-American and you went to certain schools, you actually had an easier time because they didn't see as many guys. I got a schedule the other day. I'm like, man, they let y'all go to that now? NBA, they let y'all go to that now? They letting these dudes go to everything now. Jimmy, sooner or later, they're going to have dudes at the Ruck on Wood. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. How about this? I wouldn't even be pressed to think that there wasn't a dude with a hat on looking like a little stalker that was an NBA scout at the Ruck on Wood. I'm just being honest. You just
guess
don't
what?
know.
Guess what? We had it. Understand? JoJo Tugler was at Ruck on Wood. His team made it to the championship game.
Chris was there.
He's moved up. He's committed to University of Houston. He's at number 77.
Absolute. I don't like to call black kids beasts because of connotation. I learned it on TV, and I don't like to call him a monster. He liked that. That dude got a motor like a Ford that don't never stop running. Like that dude. Oh my goodness. He's gonna be. You know, he's like a more advanced. Do you know who had the biggest motor I thought in college basketball last year? There's a couple of dudes, but the dude that I love that exemplified college basketball at the highest level. Don't mean you're gonna be a pro.
Right.
Don't mean you're gonna be a pro. Fabian White Jr. I'm telling you right now. Talking about a dude that got the most out of his ability.
Absolutely.
Fabian White.
Absolutely.
Jimmy, you remember Fabian White when he played for Keith White?
Remember him?
To what he
Shit.
turned.
We go to the
injuries.
games, dude. He at Houston. Dude, we go to the game.
Dude, I'm talking about when he was with Keith White back in the day.
He wasn't that. I didn't think he was that good back then.
I like him. He just wasn't as tall. He pulled an extra 1.5 to 2 inches after leaving.
I'm talking about his heart, but his heart didn't get no bigger, Jimmy. He had his heart was. I mean, the dude was unbelievable. Dude there,
he steps off
the y'all just mentioned.
He steps off the screen when you're watching him play.
Exactly. That dude that y'all just mentioned is like him times 2. That's the kind of.
Can we get out of here? Hey man, can we continue? Coach, I want to get in this conversation so bad, but I got people waiting on me.
I also want to.
Chris, I'm gonna hit you right after I get through with him.
I want to give a shout out. Jacob Cole is at number 69. He left Bel Air. He's gone to a prep school, and Jalen Lowe has cracked the ESPN Top 100 rankings. Jalen Lowe is at number 89.
Okay,
and that is awesome as well because now it validates him in regards to the recruitment. People think now they're going on these visits. Is it a real visit? Is it an official? Is it an unofficial? He's in the top 100.
That kid can play, man.
And he can ball.
No matter why y'all
and he can ball, and he plays a very smart brand of basketball.
He just beat the hell out of the ball. I hope he listening. He just beat the hell out the damn basketball.
Remember the Peace Jam. Remember them numbers.
I saw every damn game, Jimmy. He beat the air out the damn ball every time.
You can't beat it that hard. It's 24. It's a 30-second shot.
Yeah, but he beat it every one of them 24 damn seconds. And then, if they get the rebound, he hit that motherfucker 12, 20 more seconds.
And they made out a pool play. So whatever he's doing, beating that damn thing, it worked.
I said, but that's room for improvement. That's all I'm saying. I'm talking to him. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking, man, quit beating the head at the ball. You quit beating the head at the ball because you can play your ass off.
That big guy need to come bring us out there and give him a pick so he can go on and get the pick and roll running
he likes to play with the ball. I'm watching him.
He likes to pick. He likes to pick as well. Anybody that came up under John Lucas for 8 years gonna love the pick. They gonna love the pick. That's how he teaching pro.
Man, I can't wait till tomorrow. Hey, y'all can't. I got to go, man. I ain't got time to be messing with y'all. Hey, Chris, make sure you come back tomorrow because I want y'all said something while I was in there.
No. You went back and ain't nobody talking to you because you went and got your notes and you came back. You trying to get on.
No. I had to get dressed. I had to put on some pants. You know how they do on TV. You don't have on your bottles.
Say, man, put some Febreze on that chair, man.
I had some gym shorts. No, I had gym shorts.
I know that chair. You sit there. No.
I had some U of A shorts on, man.
Chris.
Shout out to Bilal.
Whoa.
No. Rashid, no. Chris, I had some U of A shorts on. Oh, I had U of A shorts on up under there. Man, quit hating, man. I got... Hey, man, I don't like now one of y'all, no way. So I'm gone.
We on, man.
I see y'all tomorrow.
Y'all share the show on the way to go.
Oh, man, y'all crazy.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We talk this live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in